guys, today I'm going to show you how to do a Dutch braid on yourself. This is quite a complex hairstyle and I get quite a lot of comments on it and people say, oh, did your mum do that? Because my mum was a hairdresser, and I would say, well, sort of. My mum taught me how to French braid, and then from there I kind of used YouTube to learn how to Dutch braid. So yeah, and people are often like, wow, how do you do that? And I'm just like, oh, YouTube. And then they're just like, yeah, but that's really complicated. And you must have like 10,000 fingers. I'm just like, no, I only have 10. I don't find it that hard. So yeah, if you're a beginner, you will find this quite tricky. But that's why I made this video, so that you can learn how to do it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I have just added like a little flower just to make it more decorative, and then I've also got like my braid comes down here a little bit as well. So I'm going to show you how to do the braid. I'm going to show you how and where to add like a little decoration, and I'm also going to show you how to smooth out bumps. I know my flyaways are pretty bad. I'm going to show you in another video how to fix them because I can't be bothered to do it today. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so to get started, you're going to need to brush your hair so that it doesn't have any knots or tangles in it. And when I do this, I like to add a little bit of this mixed with water to my hair just to make it easier to handle. And if you wonder why I look up, it's because I've got a mirror and it just makes it easier. This does take quite a while because I have a lot of hair. You do want your hair quite wet because the wetter it is, the more crisp your hair is going to be when it dries. And it'll give it like a really finished look. And also, if you do this hairstyle when your hair is wet, when you take it out you'll get gorgeous waves. I think I will film me taking my hair out just so I can show you what my waves look like, because they go completely crazy. And I know I've already got pretty like curly hair. Well, this isn't 100% natural. I did like a twisted bun when I went to bed last night, so yeah. Okay, so when you brush your hair back, you want to like sweep it straight back, because otherwise it's going to be really awkward when you bring up hair from the sides. And when you do this, you might see some dry parts, so you can just go back over that with the spray. I often get these parts here, still quite dry, and some on the top. And I know it may look like I'm applying a lot of spray and then my hair's quite wet, but it's actually still quite dry. Okay, so the reason, I'm just going to talk to you while I do this because yeah, it makes it more interesting. So the reason why I do this hairstyle is because it keeps all the hair out of your face. And I'm quite a sporty person, so like at lunchtime today I'm going to be doing high jump, and I have a really long fringe. If I just take like the front section, I'll show you. Like, look, it's down to my chin. It doesn't reach my ponytail, so it's really annoying. So I really want my hair out of my face. I'm also going to do a tutorial on how to do this hairstyle like on your fringe, like if you just want like the long parts of your hair down and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be a really good hairstyle to have for like a party or something. Okay, so now you can start this braid wherever you want, but I personally like starting at the top because I feel that I braid better when I start at the top and I get less lumps as I go back. But you can start it wherever you want. I just take a section from the top of my head and this braid does take quite a while to master for most people, but if you do your hair quite a lot and you haven't done this before and you do braids on your own hair, then it should be fairly straightforward, because I've been doing my hair, well, not that long actually, but yeah, one day I just decided I was going to do this and I did it. Okay, so once you've taken your section, you're going to want to divide it into 3 equal parts. If you don't divide it correctly the first time, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now you've got your 3 parts. And because this is a Dutch braid, you're going to want to put the strand under the middle instead of over. If it was over, then it would be French. And the difference between a French braid and a Dutch braid is that the hair like stands out more, and I find Dutch braids easier on my hair because I don't know why, but my hair is just less frizzy, so I'm just like constantly putting my hair under, and you alternate between the left and the right strands going under the middle. Once you've done that 3 times, you drop the next strand you were going to be using, and you pick up, like scoop it up as you pick up some more hair. Then I hook it under my 3rd finger, and then I like pull the other 2 strands forward so I can like finger comb it just to make it more smooth. Then drop the next strand, and if you need to, you can add more spray. I will be doing this throughout the whole video, okay? It's not just something I do because I get bored, because that'd be pointless. And I just keep on braiding and adding hair, and make sure that you do put the strand under the middle one, because like don't switch between going under and over halfway, because otherwise you'll have like a really twisted mess halfway through. So I'm going to come close up now and show you what I'm doing, because I find it easier. So drop that strand and scoop it up again, and I like to pull it out so my hair is nice and flat before I like pull it into my fingers, like that. Yes, yet again the light is appalling, and that sound in the background is that thing up there. It's an extractor fan, so any videos I do in here are going to have the fan on. And no, I cannot turn it off. If I were to try and turn it off, it would turn the lights off as well. Did you hear that? That was, my fingers just got caught in my hair, so that's why you really need to brush your hair when you're doing this braid. I will leave a list of all the things I use in this video. It's not that much, it's just a brush and some spray. You don't even have to use proper spray, you could use water, but you still need a spray bottle. This braid does take a lot of time to complete as well, so you have to be patient with it. It's not going to be done within 30 seconds. You also need to make sure that you always do pick up the strand you drop, because otherwise your braid will look really like holy and it will have parts falling out, and then those bits will get picked up again. So I'm hoping you can understand what I'm doing, because I kind of don't know how to describe it that well. I'm just going to carry on braiding. I'll keep on filming just because as you get further down it gets a bit more complicated, and especially around this area when you're like going over from the top of your head to the back of your head, it does tend to get quite lumpy, so you just need to do some more finger combing than usual there. So if you're wondering what I'm doing when I do this, like at the top, it's just like flattening out the hair I've just added. See, like, you can see how my hair's drying out already quite quickly and going all frizzy and puffy. That is just my hair type, okay? I don't like it. I've used countless things. I've used different hairsprays to try and sort it out. I've used different shampoos to try and sort it out. I've used so many things to try and sort it out, but just none of them work on my hair. I've also tried, like, not brushing it when I go to school, because if you don't brush it, like if you were to put it up in a bun when you go to bed, and then as you let the bun go in the morning, don't brush the curls that you get through. Just leave them and then you'll get nice natural curls, and if you brush it through, it'll go frizzy. Like this. You saw what my curls were like earlier? Brush it through, you get this. So don't brush your hair when you've got curls. With straight hair, it's normally fine, but even if you have like tiny bit of waves, you want to try and avoid brushing your hair. Brushing your hair in the evening is fine, or if you're going to do like a hair, like an updo, then that's fine, because your hair's going to be swept back, or like into the hairstyle, whatever you're doing. With ponytails, you have to be very careful as well, because you only want to brush the hair that's on the top of your head, because otherwise your ponytail is going to go puffy and fluffy. So yeah, this is actually a pretty good braid for me. Normally I've had a few bumps by now. At the end of the video I will show you how to fix like little bumps, because yeah, some people think, oh no, I've got bumps, I'm going to have to redo the whole thing. For me, it is nearly impossible not to get bumps. I will have a few bumps by the time I'm done. Nearly every single hairstyle I do that has like adding in hair, like the zip braid or the French braid or the Dutch braid, adding in hair is normally going to give you some bumps. If you watch me and Tasha's bloopers video, we have a very funny blooper about the bumps I made in Tasha's hair, and we didn't have any pins to flatten them down. Okay, yeah, you'll understand when I've shown you, but yeah, you fix it with pins. But I only had a pin that was like bright pink, and her hair is like the same colour as mine. So yeah, we were sort of like unsure whether we should put the pin in just to flatten it down and make it look better, or just leave it, because it would look stupid if you had a really bright colour in your hair. So I'm going to turn around and show you what I'm doing on the back of my head now. I won't know if you can see this, so yeah. So I'm just continuing braiding, and I'm hoping now you'll be able to see what I'm doing with my fingers a bit better. I'm really sorry if you can't see or hear anything here. Oh, and if you're thinking right now that you can't hear anything, I'm not actually talking. So then when you reach the end, you kind of have to pick up the hair that's all left on one side, instead of like sweeping it in sideways. So I'll show you that. It's like upwards, and bring it in just as normal, and then you do that on the other side too. Okay, so when you've reached the end of your braid, you just need to carry on doing regular braids to the left, under, middle, right one in the middle, and then after I've done a few of those, I put all my hair in my right hand, it's still in the 3 sections. There's one here, and then another one here. And I sort of like flip it into my fingers so that I can do a regular braid over my shoulder, because it gets kind of hard when your hair's so far down your back. Do not do this straight away after you finish your braid, otherwise it's kind of going to slide to the side. I've done what I normally do and I've glided slightly to the right anyway. Look, you can see bumps now. So yeah, don't do this straight after you've reached the bottom of your hair. And now because I've got layers, in a minute you're going to start to see some hair poking out. And when I see my layers starting to poke out, I do just band it there. Like tiny little ones like this aren't going to matter, because that's going to be stuff like my front hair. It's not going to be like the actual layers coming through yet. Sometimes, because my hair is wet, I can get quite far to the end, but you have to be quite careful, because otherwise when your hair dries out, they start poking out. Like that, you can see that my layers are starting to poke out now. So I would just hold it there, grab an elastic band and tie it. So if you don't know how to tie, I'll do a quick tutorial on that now. So you basically take your band, hold it around, and like grab hold of your hair when it's on your wrist. Then you pull it over and twist it once. Pull it over again, twist it again, and pull it over your hair. So your hair goes through it each time. And just keep twisting it and pulling your hair through it until it gets so tight that you can't do that anymore. So I think this is going to be my last time. There we go. And you do have to be quite careful on the last one if it's extremely tight, because you get like a little gap at the bottom and you look like little layers poke out like this. So yeah. So because of my layers, I do have quite a lot of hair that I haven't plaited, but you can see that I've got like really short layers that would start poking out in a second. So yeah. And now I'm going to turn around and like, well, I'll take my phone and try and show you what it looks like. So I'm going to use my mirror. You can see me in the mirror. Yes, I'm wearing my pyjamas. This is what it looks like. So you can see that it like stands out a lot, and all the hair is kind of like swept into it. I really like this hairstyle, and in a minute I'm going to show you how to add a bow after you've corrected all your lumps and bumps. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. So now I'm going to show you how to fix like little bumps that you get. They're not that obvious on my camera, but in real life they would be. I'm just going to secure my phone in place because I can't kind of just prop it up. What I do, it sounds kind of ridiculous, but I tie a hairband to a deodorant can that's quite full and heavy, and then I slip my phone through the hairband and then put like a hairbrush or something like that in front of it to stop my phone sliding away. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. So I just got some hairpins. I only normally need about 3. But you can use more, or you might not even need to use any tool. But if you have bumps, you will need to use pins. Or you could brush it up and like hairspray it and hide it under the braid. That's one of the advantages of having a Dutch braid. If you do get like bumps quite often, you can like brush it up and like hairspray it under the braid. And then I've also got like a little flower decoration that's like, it can be used as a brooch or a hair clip. So yeah, I think I got this from Claire's Accessories. It was something like about £3. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find your bump. Like, here's one here for me, it's quite loose, you can see. And you're gonna hold your pin like this, and you're gonna sweep your hair up. I'm gonna use a mirror for this just because it makes it easier. And once you've like flattened it out, you're going to pin it as close to the braid as possible and eventually tuck the pin under the braid so it's invisible. There. And you will need to do it a couple of times because you'll get like fluffy stuff like this. That's why I said you need more than one pin. So then like carry on tucking it away. So that side's will do for me. And then I'll just take another pin. Yes, I know most people split these open with their teeth, but because I've got braces, I can't do that. So I kind of just take my finger, like put my finger in it, like that. I know that might seem really obvious, but yeah. So I'm just going to do that on the other side. And I find it harder to do it on this side because I'm not left-handed. But yeah, that's going to do. So yeah, and then you can just add this any way you like. Obviously don't add it on top of the braid in the middle because that'll look stupid. I tend to like add it to one of the sides here when I've got more bumps, and then I can just use like the flower to hide the bumps. That's also a great alternative if you just got bumps on one side and don't want everyone to see them. So yeah. That's how I really like it, and I'll just show you what that looks like now when I've done all the pins and stuff. Yes, I use my mirror to check what I'm filming. Like, yeah. So this is what it looks like. It is quite hard to show you this, like when I'm filming my like the top of my head and stuff. So yeah. And I just realised the lighting on that was really bad. So then you've got like a little plait at the end. Yeah. So yeah, that's how you do it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you are going to try this hairstyle on yourself. I hope you learn how to, like, I hope you understand how I do it by myself now. Because lots of people ask me, like, oh, did you do that in your hair? And I say yeah, so that's why I really wanted to show this with you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and comment what you want us to do next. So yeah, and also I have just ordered a rainbow loom, so me and Tasha are probably going to do some joint tutorials on it. So yeah, I can't wait. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!